Greetings everyone and welcome back to the next lore video. Before I start with the actual video, I would like to make a couple of announcements. First is the start of my second channel where I cover more general gaming content to split it from the lore content contained within this channel. The link to that channel will be in the description below if you want to check it out. Subscribe while you're there as well. If it's your first time here, welcome to the F2 Worlds channel. I am Enzo and I like covering stories from the world of the many Final Fantasy stories, as well as other video games from time to time. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as well as subscribe to this channel. Now, let us commence. After careful studies, I have concluded that the stone's power is capable of... What is it? Can't you see I'm busy logging my research? Oh, hello, Captain. Who is this? The new researcher? Alright, I'll get them started, but please, I must do so uninterrupted as I am very busy. Alright, before you can start any research, you must know about the history of the Nethicite. I recently acquired a book that was given to me by a rather odd fellow. I could tell by looking at him that he isn't from this world, but after reading the book he gave me, I was amazed by how much he knew about these mysterious stones. Take a read at it and come to me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. The sooner you finish reading, the sooner you can begin working. Have fun. Magicite, the source of all magics in Ivalice and one of the many recurring elements in Final Fantasy. The theme and element of crystals has been a stable point of Final Fantasy since its inception, and it has been used for a plethora of reasons, but all of them revolving around the fact that crystals have been associated with the magical or even the life energy in the world they are found in. In this section of Ivalice's lore, we will be looking at a subcategory of Ivalice's crystals, more specifically Nethicite. The Nethicite was a central point in the events of Final Fantasy XII. Many of the motivations of the characters throughout its timeline were influenced by the power of these crystals. But to start, why is Nethicite different from Magicite? And why was it sought after by some of Ivalice's most iconic characters? We will talk about that and more in today's entry of Final Fantasy XII set of lore videos. To start, we have to know what Magicite is. Seeing as they are crystals of Ivalice, Magicite are stones that are capable of containing mist, which is the magical energy of the world. They can be used to store and extract mist for various uses, the main ones being used to make sky stones, which allow safe passage of airships through territories not accessible through conventional means, spell stones, which allows the use of magics, and mem stones, which are used to store recordings of people through storing visions and memories. Now that we have a gist of what Magicite is, what is the difference between Magicite and Nethicite? The biggest difference between the two is that Nethicite is the crystal made directly by the gods of Ivalice, the Ocuria. This is known in Ivalice as Deifacted Nethicite. The significance of the Nethicite is merely symbolic. The biggest example of this is the Sun Crest, which lies at the heart of the Pharaoh's lighthouse, and the Ocuria only sends those they deem worthy of being called the Dynast King to its location to cut shards that symbolize power. For millennia after its creation, the Nethicite of the gods remained a mystery until a researcher at Arcadia became interested in its properties and wanted to use its power for their own means. That researcher came to be known as Dr. Sid, who wanted to not only steal the power of Deifacted Nethicite, but also study it so humans could create their own form of Nethicite known as Manufacted Nethicite, with the help of the rogue Ocuria known as Vena. As part of his research, he commanded Judge Set to test the power of Deifacted Nethicite in their possession, the Midlight Shard, to which the latter agreed, to devastating results. His actions resulted in the complete destruction of Nabradia, turning it into an undead stronghold. Throughout the events of Final Fantasy XII, we witness incredible feats of power emanating from these shards, such as the destruction of the entire fleet of Judge Geass, as well as the construction and powering up of the Sky Fortress Bahamut. The Nethicite found in the Lusu mines in Bejeba were famously used to upgrade the Arcadian army, particularly allowing its airships to cross the Yacht, an area known to prevent ships from flying through, by the use of Arcadian skystones. Despite his early passing, Dr. Sid's greatest achievement is the use of mist to power up their greatest weapon, the Sky Fortress Bahamut, which is an air vessel too large to be powered by Magicite or even Manufacted Nethicite. This was achieved using the mist that emanated from the Suncrest when it was destroyed by Redis in the Pharaoh's lighthouse. One of the more destructive uses of Nethicite is the ability to strengthen human strength and sense, at the cost of one's sanity. As history and science dictates, the absorption of great amounts of power into the human body will eventually consume the host into a surge of mist, particularly upon defeat. This experiment was used on Judge Bergen on Mount Baromaces, where he displayed great strength upon his battle with the party, but eventually led to his own demise when he was destroyed on a surge of mist. Through the travels of the Lady Ashe and her quest to defeat Arcadia and restore the Dalmascan kingdom, she confronts the Ocuria and eventually destroys the Suncrest, removing the main source of Deifacted Nethicite from Ivalice, preventing its use for further destruction, especially after the destruction of the Sky Fortress Bahamut. It's quite amazing, isn't it? The power of these small stones, capable of affecting our daily lives in the most incredible ways. When I have learned more about their true potential, I can use it to improve the quality of life in this world and perhaps be known as the best scientist that ever lived. Some could say I could even surpass the late great Dr. Sid. Anyway, where did that book go? And I hope you all enjoyed this entry on Final Fantasy XII's lore videos. I am trying a new method of storytelling where I combine the first and third person perspectives. Let me know what you think of it, especially if there are adjustments you'd like me to make. Other than that, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. This is Enzo signing out, and I will see you all in the next lore video.